Hey dreamers, this is Jade and welcome back for another journal with me. I did go ahead and set up a new journal for myself as far as something I could use creatively for more current things that's going on with me since I am so behind in my other creative journal. I was gonna not do that, but I just have this urge to get things out that's happening now to get them out now. So I did go ahead and set up a new journal. I decided to use the personal size that I picked up from Sunshine Sticker Co. If I'm not mistaken. If I do believe that they've shut down their actual website, but you can still order from them on Etsy. So, if I remember, I will try and link them below just in case you wanted to check out their notebooks. I think they are freaking adorable, and I've never used a personal size, so I am happy to be in this one and using it and just seeing how it works out for me. Anyway, what I wanted to journal was was very excited to hear that Ed Sheeran was finally going to be releasing his Subtract album, because after what was the last one? Not equals. It was the one or X or divide. I think it was divide. After divide, of course, everyone expects subtract to come out, but he came out with equals instead. So I was like, I wonder if subtract is ever even going to be a thing. And yes, it is. And so the first single from Subtract came out on March 24th, if I'm not mistaken, at midnight, and it's called Eyes Closed. And it was immediately I loved it. Of course, it is now my repeated song for March, or one of them, I should say, and it'll probably be repeating in April as well, as I am doing this voiceover on April 1st. So I am getting the title stamped out. I'm actually going through a lot of my stuff. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. So stamps, like all kinds of crafty stuff. But there's a few that I wanted to keep. And one of them, of course, is this lettering. And it's like a typewriter font, which is why I really love it. And I actually picked it up from Michael. So if anybody is looking for that, and I think it's one of their staples. So I think it's one that they keep on hand. It's something they have not like got in and got out of the store, so you can check there. But I'll also try and leave a link to something comparable if I cannot find the exact Michael's one that I have here. Anyway, so I'm stamping out Eyes Closed, and I love the song because it is about loss and grief. And I still to this day, even though I lost my dad back in 2008 and then my grandfather a few years after, I still miss both of them terribly, like their physical presence. I know when I want to, I can talk with them and whatnot, but it's still different than actually having them here physically with you. So I have just loved this song, and I love the way that Ed Sheeran represented sadness and grief in the video with this big blue monster, which he said he got the idea or the inspiration for that monster from a movie called Harvey that came out way back in the day, starring Jimmy Stewart and this big bunny that used to follow him around. And if I'm not mistaken, because I watched it when I was a kid, I love that movie, but it's been so long. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Harvey was like the spirit of his father inhabiting this ghost, not this ghost, but this rabbit. But anyway, I'm not like 100% sure, so look it up for yourself if you're curious about it. But it was such a good movie, and I understand that, and how like grief and sadness when stuff like that can just follow you around no matter what you're doing. So it is a beautiful, beautiful song. So I wanted to get it down in my journal and record it. And so yeah, I'm just getting some pictures or stills from the video down and decorate it here, and then I'll write out the lyrics, and that pretty much does it. Of course, I will decorate around it. Like I said, I'm glad I kept some of my stamps because I'll be using the stamps to do that. So And so here's where I get into actually using the stamps that I kept. This one is from a Maggie Holmes collection. And so I'm just testing it first to make sure it's going to give me a good impression. Now, I put something on it because at the very beginning of this book, I put something under that to try to get an even impression, but it's not going to work. And I stamp it like 2 or 3 times and it still fades out in the middle. Now, I end up fixing it, but I do it off camera, but I'll let you know what I did. I end up taking the stamp there and I'll stamp it on a blank piece of white paper. I scan it onto my USB and then I put it into my silhouette and I made a clear sticker that fits precisely and perfectly over it, and I was able to just slice it down the middle so there's no stress on that spine and it looks perfectly fine. So unfortunately here, trying to get just that top stamp of that one that has so many connected to it, I should have just cut it. I ended up stamping over one of the pictures, and so I reprinted out and just replace it. And here I am using these love stamps. I was trying it out. I'm trying them out first, so I'm auditioning which one I want to go there. I really like that heart there, until I decided, let me see what these 3 hearts look like, and then I decided to go with the 3 hearts to stamp there as well. And then later on after that, I think I pull out another stamp set that I kept, and it has like these little doodle stars, and so I just stamp a few of the doodle stars over there. Also in that collection, it has like eyelashes, or it looks like a stamp of eyes closed. There you go, right there, look, and you'll see me stamping. I was like, oh, this is like freaking perfect. And so I pulled that out and put it right up there next to the title. It was like made for this spread. So, and then again with the little bitty stars there, and then I will finish this up by just coloring in those stars and hearts with a yellow Tombow marker, and that wraps this up. I really enjoyed making this, and I will probably be doing more songs in my journals from now on. I've been in the past tried to keep a lyric journal and it just never really worked out for me. So I think whenever inspiration strikes me, it'll just go in my regular journal and that'll be it. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below. If you have, I'm sorry, if you enjoyed this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.